This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news from October 2nd, 2023. All offerings of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2023 at Magic Kingdom are now officially sold out. The November 1st offering of the party, this is the final event of the Not So Scary Halloween Party this year, was previously the sold date left on the official Walt Disney World website with remaining available tickets. Passes for this date are no longer listed, indicating that no additional tickets for the offering and for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2023 as a whole will be sold. Tickets for the festive celebration proved popular before the 2023 offerings even commenced on August 11th, and every August offering of the party was then sold out by August 10th. Only one September date had availability by September 6th, with the remaining party and every October offering selling out in the subsequent days. This marks the second consecutive year that Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party has sold out completely. And just a quick note for those planning to attend Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, we found out today 3 of those events have already sold out, so I would encourage you to make your plans pretty quickly. Haunts looking to secure a new timepiece in Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World are about to be very happy as a new Haunted Mansion wristwatch has materialized in the park. The watch blends much of the indelible imagery associated with the attraction and is available at Uptown Jewelers, that's located, near the front of the Magic Kingdom on Main Street, U.S.A. The 13-hour grandfather clock from the attraction serves as the watch's centerpiece. The clock appears roughly midway through the ride, for those of you who've been on it. I assume most of you have, with its striking colors and backward-moving hands serving as one final scare before Madame Leota delivers her incantation. Don't worry, the hands on this watch do, in fact, move forward. Some of you probably have that old Goofy watch. I love that watch where the hands move backwards. This one, the hands do move forwards. The watch piece features 12-hour indicators in addition to the 13 printed at the top. It's the same bright shade of green as the clock faced in the attraction and is surrounded by the same demonic creature detailing, I guess. The clock's demon tail-like pendulum is printed on the black leather strap beneath the centerpiece. More ride iconography is printed above the face. The floating candelabra from the endless hallway scene floats beneath a bell, which itself perhaps is a reference to the final line of Madame Leota's incantation, "Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell." A harp also appears, a reference to the instrument one of the members of the Phantom 5 plays over in that graveyard scene. All the icons are a bright shade of blue with pink accents. The watch, well, it sells for $125. An Orange County woman is suing Disney after she said she fell and hurt herself during a ride evacuation at Test Track earlier this year. Karen Imbrogno filed the lawsuit against the theme park company last week and is seeking more than $50,000. According to her complaint, she was at EPCOT and St. Patrick's Day and was riding Test Track when the attraction broke down. The ride malfunctioned and shut down in the middle, the lawsuit says. On the intercom, a Disney cast member told riders they had to exit the attraction. A second Disney cast member then led Imbrogno away. As Imbrogno followed, she fell into a 3-foot drop-off, according to the lawsuit. Imbrogno had a permanent injury, the lawsuit says, without detailing exactly what or how she was hurt. Morgan & Morgan, which is handling both this case and a recent Peter Pan lawsuit you may recall from a couple of weeks ago, they declined to comment for this story or provide any further details. Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit has returned to EPCOT for a second Halloween season. The scavenger hunt has existed at Disneyland Resort for a few years, but made its Walt Disney World debut last year. Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit and Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak are running concurrently during the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. I guess you could try to do both of them at the same time if you're a good multitasker. Guests can visit Creation Shop, Disney Traders, or World Traveler to purchase a pumpkin-shaped map of EPCOT for $9.99. On the front are the names of several locations in the park that have painted pumpkins. On the back are sticker versions of those pumpkins, which each resemble a Disney character or two. As you find each pumpkin, you put the corresponding sticker on the right location of the map. Then when you turn it in, you get a prize, or whether you complete the scavenger hunt or not, I guess you now get the prize either way. So this is like purchasing the prize if you don't want to do it. You go back to one of the locations where you can buy it, and cast members will stamp your map once it's been redeemed. The prizes are orange pumpkin-shaped cups with black straws. They each feature one of 5 character pumpkins, as well as that character's ears sticking out of the pumpkin. The characters are Goofy, Stitch, Minnie, Mickey, and Pluto. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will help you design your next magical trip. From Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more, they are also able to book those unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. The best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. Information about Luminous, the Symphony of Us, has been added to the web pages for EPCOT fireworks dining packages. The new nighttime spectacular will debut on December 5th. President of Walt Disney World, Jeff Valley, said Luminous will feature fireworks, fountains, lasers, lighting effects, and music. Here's how the show is described on the pages for the fireworks dining packages. Delight in a dazzling pageant of fireworks, fountains, music, and light, honoring the magic of possibility. Sway to the sounds of a beautiful score comprised of original composition and evocative selections from the Disney Songbook, designed to remind us all that we are more alike than we are different. Luminous dining packages will be available to book for Spice Road Table and Rose and Crown. That'll be starting on October 6th. You can book them. With a fireworks dining package, guests can eat dinner while enjoying that nighttime spectacular. New cast member costumes made partially of recycled material have debuted at EPCOT. We found cast members wearing the new threads at several locations throughout World Celebration neighborhood. This was on October 1st, of course, the 41st anniversary of the grand opening of Epcot Center. New costumes are primarily a dark shade of gray with some slightly lighter detailing. The left side and sleeve of each shirt features a repeating triangular pattern that replicates the exterior appearance of Spaceship Earth. Each shirt also contains a pop of color along the top of the back, at the underarms, down the central zipper, and at the base of the sleeves. Vibrant shades of green, blue, and purple add a glow to the otherwise dark costumes. The Epcot logo is printed atop the triangular pattern on the left sleeve. We saw cast members wearing the new attire across World Celebration, which is set to formally open this December. In total, we spotted updated costumes at the park entrance and its corresponding stroller rental area, and Spaceship Earth Queue, Creation Shop and its nearby popcorn stand, Pin Traders, Camera Center, and the Connections Eatery. The new costumes may not be worn by all cast members in World Celebration, though. Several attractions have exclusive attraction-themed costumes for their cast members. The costumes for cast members at Communicore Plaza and Communicore Hall have not yet been revealed. Though Disney's Wilderness Lodge draws its inspiration from national parks and the Pacific Northwest, a new ear headband that recently debuted at the resort takes its aesthetic cues from a slightly different region of the United States. Be transported back to the wild, wild west with this new Disney's Wilderness Lodge themed Loungefly headband that features Mickey Mouse and his friends in their finest cowboy threads. We found this headband in the Wilderness Lodge Mercantile near the lobby of Disney's Wilderness Lodge. The headband is covered in an artificial leather material that has the ridges and worn appearance of actual leather. The ears are a light brown hue and are bordered by a dark brown faux leather strip that loops around the exterior of each circle. That pattern is then replicated around the edges of the yellow bow at the headband center. A brown and gold Disney's Wilderness Lodge pin sits in the middle of the bow. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck are individually embossed on the front of either ear in cowboy attire. Mickey dons a cowboy hat and points forward as he holds the reins of a stationary horse. Donald rides atop a galloping horse on the front of the right ear. The ears sell for $39.99. A lawsuit in Orange County, Florida, alleges that Walt Disney World Resort fails to warn guests of the inherent dangers presented on the Humunga Cowabunga water slide at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon, a shortcoming that resulted in one guest's severe and permanent injuries. The complaint filed by Emma and Edward McGinnis against Walt Disney Parks and Resorts details a 2019 incident in which Emma McGinnis suffered a painful wedgie on the slide. The couple is seeking $50,000 in damages. The 9-page complaint filed on September 27th is available. We have a link to it on our website. According to the suit, McGinnis and her family visited Disney's Typhoon Lagoon on October 14th of 2019. She, along with her daughter and mother, rode Humunga Cowabunga. It's a water slide that the document describes as three 214-foot side-by-side enclosed body slides in which riders plummet down a near vertical 5-story drop in the dark, reaching speeds approaching 40 miles per hour. The complaint states that at the top of the slide, riders are instructed to cross their legs at the ankles. Signs containing an icon of a rider with crossed arms and legs are hung between each slide at the ride's peak. Visual warnings aside, the suit alleges that riders are not told why their ankles need to be crossed, the importance of doing so, or the risks of injury if one's ankles become uncrossed. Despite taking the appropriate position, McGinnis states that her body lifted up near the end of the slide, she became airborne, and she was slammed downward against the slide, which increased the likelihood of her legs becoming uncrossed or otherwise exposing herself to injury in using the slide. McGinnis's impact into the standing water at the bottom of the slide caused her one-piece bathing suit to be painfully forced between her legs and water to be violently forced into her, resulting in immediate and severe pain internally, immediate bleeding, and permanent bodily injury, including, you know what, I'm not going to get into the various organs that sustained injuries and their descriptions of those injuries that are in the report, but we have information on our website as well as a link to the complaint where you can get more details if you really have a strong stomach there. The suit states that at several points that due to their anatomy, women are at increased risk of suffering painful and potentially life-altering wedgies on rides such as Humunga Cowabunga. It alleges that Walt Disney World Resort does not warn women of their increased risk of injury while using the slide, also stating that the company has, quote, a duty to warn guests of latent or concealed dangers in using the slide. The complaint argues that the risk of injury to a rider's genitals and internal organs can be eliminated by using shorts or other protective clothing, something that Walt Disney World does not offer to guests. McGinnis states that she would have worn protective clothing had it been offered, and that she would not have ridden Humunga Cowabunga, and she and her party would not have ridden it if they had been warned of the potential dangers. The Heartbeat of New Orleans, a living mural nighttime show, debuted at Rivers of America at Disneyland Park on the evening of September 29th. The limited time offering features several water, lighting, and projection effects and tells the story of a small frog from the Louisiana Bayou who is enchanted by and drawn to the bright lights, music, and culture of New Orleans. The show is set to a jazz score and features animation modeled after original artwork by Disney Live Entertainment graphic designer Marcella Marcy Sweat. The show starts with a brief narration in which we learn about our amphibious protagonist and his dreams of visiting New Orleans. After the frog is inspired to take the leap into the heartbeat of New Orleans, the jazz score starts to play. Horns, strings, and pianos play in harmony as an animated sequence is projected in front of the audience. The short appears to blend traditional and 3D animation with the frog bouncing between vibrant scenes showcasing musicians playing different instruments. Multicolored water effects occur simultaneously and complement the projected sequence. The show concludes with the frog returning home, but taking solace in the knowledge that New Orleans is just a few hops away. The show lasts roughly 5 minutes and is played several times per night. It will run on select nights this fall and nightly throughout the holiday season. The official Disneyland mobile app lists the scheduled showtimes as 7:35 p.m., 7:55 p.m., 8:40 p.m., 8:55 p.m., and 9:50 p.m. If you'd like to see it, well, of course, we have it right here on our YouTube channel. A new crossbody bag that evokes the familiar feeling inspired by Walt Disney's hometown of Marceline, Missouri, that Disney Imagineers attempted to emulate when designing Main Street USA, has arrived at Disneyland Resort. We found this new bag that is inspired by Main Street USA. Where else but at Elias & Company over on Buena Vista Street at Disney California Adventure Park. The circular bag is made of beige woven material and features a seamless bright blue pinstripe pattern. The design appears to be influenced by the popular turn of the 20th century American aesthetics and shares a lot of the similarities with the costumes worn by the Dapper Dans. Their multicolored outfits take influence from that same period of American history after all, and they feature the pinstripe design seen on this bag. One of the performers even wears the same shade of blue, so That shade of blue is seen again on a trim that surrounds the bag. At the top of the bag's facade is a bright blue bow, perhaps another nod to the Dapper Dan costumes, who knows. A gold-colored emblem that reads Main Street USA sits at the center of the bow. It's surrounded by small silver circles that emulate the lights that line many of the buildings along the Disneyland entryway. The lining of the bag features an all-over print of Main Street USA, that logo, and the bag sells for $50. Over in Paris, the final Dream and Shine Brighter parade was performed in front of an emotional audience on September 30th as Disneyland Park concluded its 30th anniversary celebration. Emotions were palpable as preparations for the final performance took place. Thousands of guests gathered in front of Le Château de la Belle au Bois Dormant, as we always have to have that every episode, I guess, and down Main Street USA, many of them bringing their own balloons, with some even crying. Hundreds of people recited the opening narration as it played for the final time. Guests clapped, danced, and sang along as the performance started. After the grand performance took place in front of the Sleeping Beauty Castle, Mickey, Minnie, and others again boarded their float and rode down Main Street USA, dancing and waving as they concluded the final performance, just as they had every other showing. The farewell waves hit a bit harder this time as guests bid adieu with waves and celebratory bubbles, some even wiping tears from their eyes. You can see a video of the final parade right here on our channel. Beyoncé and Giselle Abahero have been selected as the Disney ambassadors for Hong Kong Disneyland Resort for the 2024-2025 term. Those two were chosen from a pool of 8 finalists and were formally introduced at an event at Disney Storybook Theater on September 29th. Say and Abahero succeed 2022 and 2023 ambassadors Lily Chen and Toby Dick in the roles and will formally start on January 1st of 2024. Hong Kong Disneyland Resort Managing Director Michael Moriarty expressed excitement about the new ambassadors in a press release shared by the resort on Friday. The ambassador program holds such a special place at Disney parks around the world. As we approach the 100 years of Disney, it's heartwarming to see this tradition continue to grow and evolve. Bayan and Giselle are a great representation of the diversity in cultures, languages, personalities, and expertise among our cast member family. I'm confident they will complement each other beautifully and inspire hope and possibility in our cast members, community, and beyond. Congratulations. Disney Cruise Line has announced some details about a Disney Vacation Club member-exclusive first wave voyage on a Disney Treasure. The new ship will have its maiden voyage in December of 2024. The 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise will be the Disney Treasure's third sailing. It will visit the British and U.S. Virgin Islands and Castaway Cay. The booking window will open on October 14th at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. DVC members can call member services to book. Note that this is not technically a member cruise, so there won't be special DVC programming. The points chart for sailing has not yet been released. Bookings for the Disney Treasure, though, have already opened for Castaway Club members and for the general public. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that did not make it onto today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
From WDWNT TV, this is Park Center. Join us each week for news and discussion topics from the Disney and Universal theme parks around the world. We cover the stories in a quick, concise, and fun format, and then our panel breaks down and debates some of the biggest issues and what they mean for us, the parks fans. From the latest announcements to openings and delays to scandals and snacks and merchandise and more, we'll cover it all in 90 minutes. Join us live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at WDWNT TV, or watch episodes on demand anytime. You can also subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.